everyone, I'm Kristen and this is a book review. Okay, so I have a book review and I was scratching my ears and cleaning them at the same time, but I have this book review. I just finished, literally seconds ago, Beauty Sleep by Dokey. Yeah, I actually really like this book. I like this retelling of Sleeping Beauty. It's an interesting way of telling it. It's not one of my favorites, but it is one of my, well, it is one of my favorites. I think I said that. But it's, I don't know. Cameron actually changes slightly some of the things in here for the traditional, from the traditional telling of the story. But I've liked it. I like this sort of change in, oh my god, okay, I can't look down at the camera. I can't look down at my viewfinder. I have to have it pointed up. So I'm gonna have probably air up here. So anyway, so yes, this was really good. I love, as I said, I may not completely agree with the whole sort of change that she does in here. I'm not going to be exact of what changes she does, but there's this I'd say there's under 5 things that you can count that there are slight changes to the original Sleeping Beauty story, but it doesn't deter your enjoyment of reading it. As I said, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. The story, the plot of the entire thing is great. Other than those things, it's really good, and I actually enjoyed reading the different thing that happens, the different things that happen in the story. It's very enjoyable. Now, Aurora is not. It's not spelled the same. It's sort of spelled the same. It's spelled A-U-R-O-R-E. When I think it's pronounced Aurora, though I keep pronouncing it as Aurora. So basically I'm changing the E to an A, or back to an A, because it makes sense, and that's what, I hear when, oh my gosh, this hair here that does, okay, can my thing, it watches my face, and it's, there we go, okay. So yeah, all the characters are very interesting, but I can't grasp onto them for some reason. I can't grasp onto their say oh, Aurora is my favorite character of this, and oh, I love, her parents were really great, and etc, etc. I kind of liked the characters as a whole. If you could just mush all the characters together, I liked them as a whole and not as individual characters themselves. And just the journey that each character kind of goes on. It's really good. The only thing that kind of, pulls me from the story is the way that Cameron writes it. She writes it in first person, but it's written in first person that just, this book particularly, it feels Aurora is being a little preachy, and not religious preachy, but very sort of know-it-all at times, and sadly it's throughout the book. That's my only thing that really deterred me, and sadly it's the only time when I read Cameron Dokey's books, like this one, these types, that I'm I have to reread the sentence that I'm reading, and I'm Cameron Dokey, I wish you wouldn't write this way of first person. First person is, great and such, but this just, yeah. I recommend reading this book. I very much do. This is actually a reread for me. I have read this before. Like, the first time I read it was the first time first time I read it was the first time I ever read it. And I borrowed it from the library. I think I may have told you this in, when I was talking about this. And, I read it from the library, and that's all. And I really, really loved it. Liked it, loved it, whatever. And this was technically a reread for me. So, I do recommend you read this book. It is a very interesting retelling of Sleeping Beauty. And as I keep saying, I recommend it. I very much recommend it. I very thoroughly enjoyed it. I just warn you about the way she writes first person, and sadly, it's for all. She writes first person for all of her retelling books. And, like, I don't know if this certain first person writing style is in all of them, but it definitely is in this one and the first one, The Storyteller's Daughter. But this was enjoyable, and that, she technically has to sleep for like 100 years. Cameron has a interesting way of doing this, and I think everyone will probably enjoy it. The way, the way that those 100 years happen of, over Sleeping Beauty, sleeping for 100 years, and, like the little things that she's, like, changed in here. It's quite good. Some of them I don't particularly enjoy, but they are, I wouldn't want them changed. Like, I wouldn't want to re-edit this book and change those things, because, it would change the book completely. So yeah, I recommend this book. It's very good. It's, as I said, it's a very interesting retelling of Sleeping Beauty. And, yeah, that's all I have on this book. I'm sorry I'm not that very enthusiastic. That's the way I feel. The way I feel when reading this book. It's not, like, action-packed or, like, a lot of... Sometimes you don't need to be action-packed, but, like, the sensation, the feelings you get from this book, it's like, I couldn't put this down, like, so, yeah, I'm a little subdued, but, and, like, I literally just read the last 3 chapters of here. As I keep saying, I recommend this book. It's very good. If you like reading retellings, this is a very enjoyable retelling to read. And I heartily recommend it. And I love these covers. And I actually found out how to tell if it's a first edition, but this one's not. Whatever, I love these, like, these cover editions. This is how they first were printed, like these cover editions, and I love them. They're flippin' beautiful. Like, seriously, I love these covers. These are the best covers. And they actually had a cover change, and I will have the links down to all of my Simon & Schuster, or Simon Pulse, which is what the teen section is, because this is a teen fiction, of all the book reviews I have done for this collection of books. Yeah. Go read this. It's a very good, very enjoyable. If you, like, as I said, if you enjoy retellings and are a fan of, like, the Sleeping Beauty story, if you like that story, I do recommend this. This is a very enjoyable, different retelling of it. So, yes, and I've been talking about this for, like, the last 8 minutes. So, I am now working on this one. This is The Bad Luck Wedding Dress, book 1 in the Bad Luck Wedding Dress book series by Geraldine Dawson. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, it actually says book 1. Yeah, so I'm actually going to read the back now because I did start it. I am, like, I've read this much, so, and I haven't read the back, so I saved it because it came in today and I wanted to save the back reading it with you guys. So yeah. Okay. Jenny Fortune was desperate. just because of a little bad luck associated with one of her finest creations. She was losing her customers in droves. Widower Trace, that is a weird name for a guy. Widower Trace McBride seems to be her only solution. He had 3 hellion daughters in need of a woman's touch, and since wearing the gown at her own wedding seemed the best way to turn her luck around, Jenny was determined to convince Trace that they would make the perfect match. If only things turned out to be that simple. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. It's a little weird in the beginning, but I have so much left to read. That's where my little bookmark is. I have so much left to read, so yeah. And this is a large print because apparently that's the only edition they have. So yeah, this is my next book, and I have this for 3 weeks because I picked it up today. Yes, and I have one of the books in the series, which is why I have this. It's the only reason why I would randomly borrow a different book from a series from the library. So yeah, because I have book 5 in the series. I believe there's 6. There's 6 to 7 books, so I have, you know, like one of the end books. So I've got a lot of books to read previous to that. Yeah. So yes. I did promise you a book review. I did promise it like 2 days ago. But the way things happened, I need a drink. Well, that didn't happen, but you got it today. Yes, and I have a different position because you are now sitting in front of my computer screen thing, and I'm featuring some of my books. I can't wait to read you up there. I am dying to read my book up there. But I have this pile here to finish, and like pile down here that is behind my Kleenexes of the books that are my current, like that's all my TBR up there, but that's my current working on TBR pile right there for whatever. Yeah. And the Bad Luck Wedding Dress book that I own is at the bottom of this pile because, as I said, it's at the end of that the end of that series. So yeah, I get to put this in my bookcase. Oh, I love when I'm able to put my books I'm keeping in my bookcase. Oh, it's so good. So yeah, I hope you liked this video anyway, and you hit that like button down there for my book review, and you can leave comments down below for any Sleeping Beauty retelling suggestions, and you know, just be nice in the comments, okay? We do not need negativity, because we do not need it in the world. And if this is the first time you're watching my video, please hit that big red subscribe button down there by my picture for more book reviews, hauls, unboxing, unbagging, because something's coming, a bubble wrap manila envelope or a plastic bag wrapped thingy, vlogmas, random vlogs, and random videos that I have no idea what to categorize. Alright, so I am nearly at my 20-minute mark, so I better get going before it decides to stop recording. I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone. Hi, everyone. It's Kristin. Oh my god, how did I do it in my head? Hi, it's Kristin, and hi, it's Kristin, and welcome back to my videos.